All right, so how are these cables connected to the boat? Through the chain plates. So these are these honkin' metal tow killers that all the cables are connected to.
This guy right here.
Most of these are original. The one that Sarah's holding on to, you can see looks a little thicker and a little chunkier. That's because that's the main chain plate. So it's got the biggest, strongest, most important wire attached to it, and the previous owner replaced them. So those are great. But all of these other ones are pretty bad. So we're gonna go into the boat, we're gonna pull these bad boys and get them replaced so we can go real fast and be extra safe.
Yay!
So, welcome. So, chain plates. They're behind that. You can see that's got this nice little protector seal. Behind this thingy is a whole bunch of metal that we're gonna get to. It's even got this little tension bar that runs all the way down that we'll probably inspect as well. So,
what's our current project with these guys?
Oh yeah. So we're trying to get into these that are usually hidden behind really nice detailing. There's a specific sailing word for what this wall and finishing is, because of course there is, and I don't know what it is called. So we're gonna take all of this finished stuff off so we can access this, pull this away, and get to the chain plates.
Nice.
And there's a challenge for every single one of them, such as being hidden behind a wall or in the bathroom.
Gotta take all this stuff out and get these shelves down.
There's one in this wall that a previous owner ended up cutting it out for us, which is so convenient and nice. And then there's one in the bathroom right there. That one's the easiest one to get to. And then there's one in the port two man, which again, boop, boop. We'll have to pull apart that slatting. There's one forward. Oh, is that metal piece right there?
Woo!
It is not. That's a diversion. It's through that wall into the chain locker. Psych. And there's one in the very back of the gap. One in the very back of the boat that I believe Sarah needs to climb into the lazarette to get access to. But maybe it's through the bed.
In here?
Who knows?
Time will tell.
Working on some chain plates. Having such a good time.
Well, I don't think Jared's coming back, so maybe we get some music going again.
It's a good idea. Beep.
Oh, hi.
Hey, how's it going?
Oh, it's good. I'm just fighting for my life on these giant bolts.
You're doing great.
Yeah.
Hello. Welcome to our boat. It looks like a real boat now. In other words, kind of a disaster. So how did yesterday go with the chain plates? Great question, Sarah. Okay. Well, let's go over here. This one we've actually done.
What do we got over here?
A chain plate. Whoa! Hello, look at this fucking honkin' piece of metal.
It is.
Basically, this is connected to the boat called a knee, which is basically like a big old rib of the sailboat, if you want to peek in there, that all of the force kind of pulls from the rig and goes into the boat. And basically, it's like
That's where the chain plate goes.
So the goal is to take these chain plates off, see if the chain plates aren't good, replace them because they're old, and inspect our knees. This is what this is called, the knee of our sailboat, to see if anything's bad with it, if it's like rotten on the inside. And our buddy, who's professional rigger, he said, no, these actually look really great. We'll just clean them up a little bit. He also really liked how huge our knees are, because some sailboats have tiny knees. So overall, that's going well. We had these like big bolts we had to take out. We got a funny video of Sarah putting her whole weight into trying to pop these off. So half of them were really good. Other half are tricky as hell. So you can see that we've got this really beautiful finished teak, but so we had to screw those off to get to the boat, or get to the knees. Over here, it's really complicated. Half of these screws are completely stripped. We've got some aftermarket shelves that were put in here in like the most confusing, annoying way possible. And that is kind of the theme throughout the boat.
So this is a knee here, but it's got a fiberglass cover on it, and that's what we need to take down, but we've got to clear all of the shit out of the way to be able to do it.
Yeah. About these covers, it's kind of like counterintuitive because you want to be able to inspect your chain plates and your knees. It's a really big safety part of your boat. But sometimes back in the 80s or when this boat was built, they kind of wanted to hide this away so it didn't look ugly. But at the same time, this is like hidden inside a finished cabinet that is going to be full of
Look at that.
tools.
Ugly.
Like we're just going to remove them so that it's easy for us to do this job in the future and do a good job, keep an eye on things. A couple of the other problem areas, not really problems, but like hard to get to the chain plates. The best way, and really the only way we're going to do it, is by sawing, using this oscillating saw to cut and demo to get access to it. So that is really easy for us to inspect this in the future. I don't think it's going to take too much away from the beauty of the boat, and it will make this job actually able to finish easily. So that's the goal for today. Hell yeah.
Killer day.
So, chain plates are officially out of the boat. You know how I said that the bathroom one was going to be the easiest? Well, that was the biggest lie I've said to date. Pretty much the entire cabinetry was built around that fiberglass sleeve. And it was like all these hidden nails that are like the ribbed screw looking ones that are like impossible to take out. Basically was intended to never get access to that chain plate. If you bought the boat in 85, you probably wouldn't need to even think about the chain plates for 20 years. Too bad it's 40 years later. So we have officially committed to remodeling the forward bathroom. Hooray! So you can see right up here is the knee that we needed to get access to. Took the mirror down, took the shelves out, and there was that damn little wall that was kind of shoved in there. It was weird. It was crazy. A lot of demo, but we got there in the end. So, was it worth it? Yeah, it was. So what we were checking, there are like 3 things we really care about when we're looking at doing the whole chain plates. It's the chain plates, the bolts, and looking at the knees. Chain plates may have had, were definitely old. Didn't look like anything like catastrophically bad was on the horizon, but there may have been some little cracks forming. Kind of hard to tell with all the little like surface rust on it that need to clean up. But that's how it starts. Little crack turns into a big crack, which turns into a big problem. The bolts, most of the bolts were pretty great. Like this guy, just these stainless steel bolts, completely fine. But others broke in half when we were taking them out, which is obviously really bad. Well, not bad when you're putting time aside to work on your chain plates, because that's the whole point. Make sure that they're all nice and good and strong. But it is good that we got those out because they're obviously not doing their job. The other really big thing would be looking at the knees. So going in or checking the holes, making sure the knees aren't rotten or anything bad, because that would be a pretty big project to fix the knees. Jared checked them out, and all the knees are looking great, which is amazing. Basically, even though those bolts kind of snapped when we're taking them out, Jared was kind of explaining that it doesn't take a lot of water to really start corroding some of those steel bolts. There's no air, I guess it just kind of speeds up the process. So even though that happened, the knees look awesome. So that's amazing. So overall, it was really rewarding because, you know, spending money to get the rigging replaced, the mast down, look at the chain plates, get all of that taken care of, is a huge safety step, and it's rewarding to see that we made the right choice. Our buddy Jared, the rigger, has taken the chain plates. This was one of the big chain plates, but it has a identical copy, so you don't need to take both. He's taken the chain plates to get them sized and measured up so that we'll be able to order new chain plates from a steel guy who's going to use a laser cutter to perfectly cut these out for us. So for the rest of the week, we have a little breather. We're going to be ending up doing some fairing compound, which is basically like this really hard putty that goes on soft and gets rock hard, to kind of fill in any little nicks or little holes or little dimples on the hull, to prep for painting. So that's our plan. Pretty easy, pretty fun. And at the end of the week, we're probably going to go up to the border to get more supplies, such as paint and some other crazy big projects, such as dropping the rudder. So we'll probably be dropping the rudder here in the next couple days as well, but that's it for now.